Am I the meanest?
Pun's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pun's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pun's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pun's drunk.
Who am I?
Pun's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pun's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shine himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Pun Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Woo Shine himself. AKA Lagolo, aka El Sazon, aka El Borracho. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this side of heaven. God bless you all. Dios te bendiga, toda mi gente. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know, man. Last year I've been saying that 2021 is going to be an undisputed year. Undisputed year, I say. And of course, I would have thought that was going to get the heavyweight undisputed, but we did get Jessica McCaskill versus Cecilia Breakers. We did get Natasha Jonas versus Natasha Jonas versus Katie Taylor. We did get, well, we started it off with the Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. We get that Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor, and now we gonna get in the super welterweight division. We gonna get Jermell Charlo, who's on my pound for pound list, and if he's not on your pound for pound list, I question your pound for pound. If he's not on your pound for pound list, I question your pound for pound. Especially if you're gonna go July 17th and beat Brian Castano from Argentina. Y'all already know the super welterweight. It's gonna be a super welterweight undisputed title fight. Jermell Charlo need one more belt to go. One more belt in this trophy to become the undisputed king of the super welterweight division. And of course, the last person that did that was Winky Wright. I believe so. Let me say what's up to the people with the building. What's good, Aaron? What's good, GB? What's good, Jay? What's good, the Axiom? Ab, I hope I pronounced it right. Jacob Ramirez, Tycho TV, Mad Chat Boxing Sports in the building. Kendall Miles, North Carolina in the building. Malta, dímelo, Punch, Black and Brown Boxing. Everybody subscribe to Black and Brown Boxing. Benito, dímelo, Delgado, Alex, Dim, what's good, my brother? He said Ramirez versus Barrera undercard. Got Jojo, yeah, Ramirez Barrera. Very good fight. It's a very good fight. Jojo Diaz versus Javier Fortuna this Saturday, July 10. Is it July 10? Yeah, July 10. Hey, Major Key Boxing. Everybody subscribe to Major Key Boxing in the building. What's good? Ralph. Tony. Okay. Tony Boswell. Real good, my friend. Huh? You want to play rough? Huh? Okay. I like People Hernandez. I wish they come up with a movie with People Hernandez, man. Just People Hernandez from Shaft. Y'all remember People Hernandez? I put my finger like this, 181. 3 people that in Riverside. Yeah, that's Tiger Wood. Tiger Wood. Yeah, is it? I put my finger like this, 181. 3 people that in Riverside. People Hernandez need his own movie, bro. People Hernandez. Great actor too, man. Great actor, man. Great actor. Much respect, Punch Drunk in the chat. Much respect to everybody. But yeah, man. HLD in the building was good. So y'all see, we have been discussing. We're not discussing this. I said disgusting, but discussing. What's up, Gotti? And shout out to my Nila Bina. All right, in the boxing, and we live in this community, y'all. We live in this community. We hear each and every day. If you're not going live, if you're not a boxing content creator, you probably, tuning into somebody else. We seeing videos, we seeing highlights, we seeing fights, we seeing hosts, people that, we seeing a lot of shit. We live in this community, the boxing community, the YouTube boxing community. Don't be fake and be like, I don't be watching that channel. I don't be watching what they say. Nah, come on. We live in this community, right? We love boxing. And of course, what has been frustrating the boxing fans is that we don't see fighters chanting, "What's good? What's good, Rub? What's good, Al? Shadow goes to the building. Everybody subscribe to Shadow Goes. Carlos Mendoza, dímelo, mi hermano. Vamos bonito aquí. Again, everybody, you haven't subscribed, subscribe, so I know that you're supporting the website, because they ain't supporting the website. I don't want to write nothing, okay? Everybody subscribe to the website. It's easy. I'm not charging nobody yet. Subscribe to the website, punchdrunkboxing.net. Subscribe to the website, punchdrunkboxing.net. Mi gente. Si es mi gente, usted es mi gente, pues subscribe. ¿Qué pasa, coño? No es mi gente que dicen usted. Can't wait for Charlo versus Castano. It's about to be a great fight. I'm rooting for my boy, Jermell Charlo. Ask Peter, I'm rooting and I'm predicting that Jermell Charlo is going to come home with that belt and become an undisputed super welterweight champion of the world. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go. Dim is going for Castano, and Castano was a tough dude. Effective aggression he has. He had good pressure, good effective pressure. Yo, good above average pedigree. He's tough. He's gonna bring it to Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo has gotten better. Jermell Charlo's power has gotten better with the tutelage of Derrick James, and his movement is good. He knows how to box you. He knows when to use that power. He's got good placement shots. He don't waste punches. Jermell Charlo is at his peak of his career. You already know how I see the prime is when your athleticism and your intellect coexist at the highest level. Jermell Charlo got that, baby. Jermell Charlo from Houston, Texas. The land. Houston in the building. The land of the five-time WTW champion Booker T. That's the only man that I could say is the king of Houston. Let me see Jermell Charlo. If he could come. If he could have 5 belts. Because of course he got the ring. WBC, WBA, IBF. He needs one more. The WBC to become the five-time belt holder. I don't know if he's better than Booker T, but we'll see. ¿Qué es subscribe? Dímelo. ¿Qué es subscribe, Punch? Ahí es subscribe the website punchdrunkboxing.net. No lo ve, Hablo respeto aquí. Man, I'm Argentinian and Brian barely getting support. Only if he wins. Then he will give him his spot, and boxing is very popular here. Oh, damn, Damien. So he ain't getting the love out there, son? He ain't getting the love out there? You know what? It's almost like Andy Ruiz. When Andy Ruiz came over here in New York City to fight Anthony Joshua, the Mexicans ain't come out to support Andy Ruiz. But when he won, mi hijo, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Yo sabía que tú le ibas a ganar a Anthony Joshua. Yo se lo sabía. Ustedes en nosotros. Vamos, Andy Ruiz, con Diflón, motherfuckers. Yo lo sabía que tú le ibas a ganar. Same thing with Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz went to the Olympics and represented Mexico. In New York City, there was nobody really trying to support Andy Ruiz. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. When he won, he was the only one jumping in Madison Square Garden. That's what happened when you win in life. You feel me? When nobody believe in you, and then you win, and then everybody know you. You saw when he went back to Mexico and stuff like that. Ese de nosotros, the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. Ese de nosotros. Mira, mentira, vamos a Andy Ruiz. Mira, cállese. Usted no me da apoyo, no me dieron apoyo usted. Pero claro que sí, pero ustedes estaban lejos allá en the East Coast. Eras mucho dinero. Only person that had faith on him was Mikey Garcia. Facts, Al. Ain't nobody have facts. Hey, yo, put it this way. If y'all ever get the chance, go to my live commentary with Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Go to my live commentary with Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Because around that time, I was so mad. That Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder didn't come to fruition. I was like, somebody gonna throw a monkey wrench. Somebody gonna throw a monkey wrench. And Andy Ruiz threw that monkey wrench. Because I was tight. I was tight that Jermell Charlo didn't fight Jerry Hurd. I was mad that and Deontay Wilder didn't fight Anthony Joshua. And I said, the hell with it, man. I'm done with this over-marinating shit. I was watching that with the family. I was live. Go check it out. If you haven't got the chance, go check it out. Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Live commentary by your boy Punch Drunk. D Hodge in the building. Alex Garcia in the building. What's good? What up, Punch in the chat? LDBC. Salute everyone. Salute D Hodge is in the building. Now they have first champion in the UFC, Brandon Moreno. Dame quitar esta vaina, pera. Let me take the bullshit out of here. Pues sí. Hey, my friend. So yes, Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano for the undisputed, not unification, just not unification, but undisputed, the best thing that you could accomplish in the sport of boxing is become undisputed in your respective division. Is the crown of all crowns. And there's a lot of boxing fans. Thank you, Tyco TV, mi hermano. Thank you, my friend. Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano for undisputed. Did y'all forget what undisputed means? Now, a lot of people in the boxing world been frustrated that the fighters ain't challenging themselves. That the fighters ain't... A lot of people was frustrated that Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting for a regular belt. But, he's a star in boxing. And I got respect for Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis to me is a special fighter, special attributes, and if you nurture those skills, if you nurture that attribute, damn it, he's going to show you how special he is. And I don't think Mayweather Promotions is nurturing his skills and talent. I don't think they are approaching his career to earn a proper historic Hall of Fame type of legacy. But that's on them. You signed that contract, that's on you. Alright? Your business decision speaks louder than words. You feel me? Sign up. It's a great read. Tell them Tyco TV, damn it. Thank you, Tyco TV. Así, bebe, como me soporta Tyco TV. Tú eres un hombre bueno. You are good, a very good man, Tyco TV. Thank you for helping your boy Punch Drunk Boxing. Subscribe to punchdrunkboxing.net. So, and don't be trying to, you know what I'm saying, you should have wrote it better. My English is my second language. That's gonna be my skills. You forgot the comma on the period right here, and that's supposed to be a capital letter and stuff like that. English my second language. Oh yeah. But proofread. Coño, no tengo tiempo para esa vaina. I'll be writing it when I'm driving. Tyco TV. Oh, yeah. Hold on, pera. De verdad. Tyco TV. ¿A dónde que tú estás? Sometimes I don't be having the other laptop, so I could. Pera. Pera, mi hermano. I'm right here, my friend. Chara. Oh, yeah, he is. Education is the shit. Yes, sir. Educación. So, yeah, look. A lot of people been frustrated with the sport of boxing that people was not challenging themselves. That fighters ain't challenging themselves. It's not like back in the day, the best who used to fight the best. Oh, man, the belts used to mean something, son. You know what I'm saying? Yo, fighters ain't fighting like they used to. Fighters ain't fighting the best like they used to. They not challenging themselves. It's not the best fighting the best. It's not the one versus the two versus the one versus the three. What's happening to the sport of boxing? And here he comes, these couple of fighters. The couple of fighters in the sport of boxing that's giving us what we want. That's holding the little moral of boxing, a little moral of the boxing that we have today. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to preserve the sport of boxing. We're trying to preserve the fighters. But we trying really hard to preserve the fighter that's actually going out there challenging themselves to attain these proper accomplishments. You could see the fighters that's out there trying to, Create a legacy, because in the end of the day, legacy reigns supreme, right? I believe they didn't do a good job with Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. And somebody got their 20%. A promotional company got their 20%, and y'all ain't do a good job. So this is undisputed. The best fighting the best. Not even pay-per-view is free for you to watch. And now we got Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. I don't hear ESPN talking about it. The leading sports network. I don't hear them talking about it. Showtime, y'all lacking on it. Y'all slacking. What you gonna do? Y'all gonna try to promote it on the fight week? No. Es ahora que se habla esta vaina. Es ahora que se habla. Ustedes están hablando de Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Vamos a ver si hablo de esta vaina. Where's your tweets? Let me see. Showtime boxing. Showtime. Let me see. A ver lo que dicen esta gente. Okay. 4 hours ago. Okay. They're promoting it, and they're promoting it in Showtime boxing. They're promoting it in Showtime boxing. Pero yo no oigo a nadie hablando de esta vaina. I need to hear it. I'm going to give you the names. I'm going to give you the names of the people that's trying, that's willing to sustain their legacy, to enhance their legacy, that's giving the boxing fans and the boxing sport what it needs. Jermell Charlo, Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, Brian Castano. Brian Castano could be like, you know what? I don't want to fight him. I just won this title off Teixeira. Let me fight a couple of fights. Let me build my name. No. He want to fight. Jason Rosario. He didn't need to fight Jermell Charlo after beating J Rock. He could have took an easy fight, especially in the pandemic. He could have took an easy fight, established more his name. Y mira, no, I want legacy. Estrada, Chocolatito, Inoue, Tanaka, Ioka. Teofimo, Lomachenko, Canelo Alvarez. These are a few names. Hey, yo, Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence. Manny Pacquiao, because of course he's gonna be having a fight August 21st versus Errol Spence. Manny Pacquiao. I gotta say this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say this though. And I know we're talking about Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano, but I gotta say this about Manny Pacquiao. And I gotta say something about this this generation or this era. We wanted to see Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman in the welterweight division, correct? It didn't happen. They both got the same manager, same advisor. Keith Thurman said he never received a contract with Errol Spence on it. That never came up to his table. That means Al Heyman never spoke to him. That means Al Heyman never spoke to Errol Spence. Errol Spence never asked Al Heyman to supply that type of contract to both men so they could fight, right? Manny Pacquiao comes, leaves Top Rank, fights Lucas Matisse for the regular and stuff like that. Fight Adrian Broner and be like, you know what? Let me fight Keith Thurman. If y'all not going to fight, I'll fight you. I'll fight you, Keith. I'll fight you, Keith. And around that time, everybody know that Keith von Tom Thurman was the number one welterweight of the world. So Manny Pacquiao was looking like this. Y'all not going to fight? Y'all not going to fight? Manny Pacquiao's like this, look. Manny Pacquiao like this. He's looking at both of these guys like this. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, y'all not gonna fight? Okay, let me get Al Heyman. Let me get Keith Thurman. If that's the guy that was before the injury, of course he was still he was in the top 5 pound for pound on a lot of people's lists before his injuries. Go check it out. Keith Thurman was top 5 in a lot of people's list, pound for pound, after the Danny Garcia fight. He came back, Josecito Lopez, Manny Pacquiao lead this side. But you don't. Nobody wants him. I get him. I get him. Manny Pacquiao beats Keith one Tom Thurman. Pandemic hit 2 years. He's been 2 years inactive, Manny Pacquiao. We don't know if Manny Pacquiao's going to retire. Manny Pacquiao has, he got the WBA belt back. Manny Pacquiao says, Bud Crawford, Errol Spence, what happened? Nothing? Y'all not going to fight? I'll fight Errol Spence. That's Manny Pacquiao. It's sad. It's great, but it's sad at the same time that Manny Pacquiao, 42 years old, has to set the tone for this legacy. Has to set the tone for this era. Has to set the tone for this era. Manny Pacquiao, at 40 years old, has to set the tone for you mother effers to fight. Really, Manny Pacquiao at 40 needs to be like, y'all not gonna fight? Alright, Keith Thurman, you was the number one guy, I want you, okay? You the one that got the most accomplishment in the welterweight division, I want you. Alright, I take you out. Hey, Errol Spence, you're not gonna fight Bud? Bud, yeah. I guess I gotta do it. All right, I got Errol Spence, Bud. Since you don't want it, I got Errol Spence. And this is why in this era it's hard. See, this is why it's hard for the guys in the past era to respect the fighters today. Because if it needs Manny Pacquiao to show y'all how to challenge yourself, it exposes this era, especially in the welterweight division. I'm not saying everybody is exposed. I'm not taking nothing away from Keith. I'm not taking nothing away from Earl. I'm not taking nothing away from Bud, Sean, Danny. Not taking that away. Because they fought. But in boxing, the fight is not what the boxing world is, not what the fans are getting. The fight. Boxing does a good job in giving us that anticipation, right? The fight was Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, but the trilogy is probably the second biggest fight in the world. So I'm giving you something to stick around, fans. You wanted Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, but I'm giving you Manny Pacquiao and Earl Spence, so stick around. They give us the stick around fight. I'm gonna call it the stick around fights. They give us the stick around fight. I'm telling y'all, like I said once before, the boxing fans, we're like bitter bitches. Not bitter ones, but you see them girls that tolerate a lot of ish, that's us. Like I said once before, if you follow the channel, I've been saying that the boxing fans are like chicks that, them chicks that just tolerate everything from a dude that ain't shit. The end of the day, you be like, why are you sticking around? Because I love her. Because I love her. And the same thing, we stick around in boxing because you love boxing. And sometimes they give us something that we like, It's almost like when the dude, he pipes that good girl, the girl, good. Yeah, stick around, stop complaining. Then the next week, he don't treat her good, but then that night, they go on a date. Let's go out. All right, man, it's all right. Let's go out then. You want to chill? Let's go out. And then they get a little tipsy, and then the guy showed her why she loves him. So boxing does that to us. They give us Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. They give us Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. Right? They give it a stick around fight. Pause. Jermell Charlo. This is my pound for pound list, y'all. Let me see if I got my pound for pound list loaded up here. This was my pound for pound list. Yeah. I know people gonna critique. Well, everybody gonna critique everybody's pound for pound list. But this is my pound for pound list. This is my pound for pound list. Canelo Alvarez, Naoya Inoue, Bud Crawford, Alexander Usyk, Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor, Jermell Charlo, Asuto Ioka, Earl Spence, Juan Estrada. Now would win Jermell Charlo. With this type of win and his record, if I'm good, if I it's one thing about Bud Crawford and Alexander Usyk. I feel like they've been in the top 5 for quite too long. I've given Alexander Usyk because he went to a different division, to a heavyweight division, and actually competed. But Crawford, he's been in the welterweight division, and I don't feel, compared to the guys on the list, that he has challenged himself compared to Canelo Alvarez, compared to Inoue, compared to Teofimo Lopez, compared to Josh Taylor, compared to Jermell Charlo, compared to Ioka, compared to Earl Spence. Well, Earl Spence, after this fight, he's going to be moving up, and I understand that Manny Pacquiao's not on my list because he's inactive, okay? So for those that's going to be like, yo, what about Manny? What about Manny is not on the list. He would be on the list, but he's not on the list because he hasn't fought in 2 years, okay? He hasn't fought in 2 years. So, let me go back to the comment. He said, Punch, if Pacquiao wins, would you want him to retire on a great win, or would you rather him go for undisputed win, or lose, at least he went for it? I think if he beats Earl Spence, I think that Manny Pacquiao will go for Bud Crawford. I think, why not? Like, why not? Punch, they talking about Crawford versus Josh happening in Scotland. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Tell them, Tackle TV, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. I think that's a good fight for Josh Taylor. I just don't think that the Crawford fans will be as happy. But we got to remember also that Crawford was an undisputed 140 as well. You know? So I think it's a good fight. I don't think, but that's what I mean. These are the type of fights that keep you keep you there fights. It's not the fight, but it's a great fight. You feel me, General? It's not the fight. So boxing has a way of keeping you there. It's not the fight, but you're good enough, so I'll stay. You have potential. You have potential. Tickle that like button. Yeah, man. Smash that like button. Hit that like button. Foreplay that button. Finger pop that like button. Finger pop it. Come on, man. You know you used to do that in high school when you first started. But anyway, I don't think that Jermell Charlo got the respect that he deserves. I don't know why. Because a lot of people, they do. What's good? I don't believe that he got the respect that he deserves, and I don't know why. I mean, he avenged his loss versus Tony Harrison. And I understand a lot of people be like, this is what I hate, when people be like, you know, just to take away from him, they like, oh, the 154-pound division is weak. Nah, the 154-pound division is competitive. That's what it is. You see people losing and winning. You know why? Because the guys on the top is actually fighting one another. You see it. It's not that it's weak. It's that they're competing. Do you think the welterweight division is weak? Do you think the lightweight division is weak? No. Do you think the 130-pound division is weak? If they all fight each other, one guy's going to win and one guy's going to lose. But Jermell Charlo has fought the likes of Charles Hatley, that was supposed to be, you know, one of the top dudes in the sport of boxing, and even in the sport of boxing from the amateurs. Charles Hatley. We talking about, Rosado with a great win. Rosado, he beat Rosado. He beat Gabe. He beat Erickson Lubin. That was supposed to win. Erickson Lubin did to Jason Rosario. Erickson Lubin, to be honest, I went to the fight. I didn't think that he was going to do him like that, though. I thought Erickson Lubin was going to do his thing, really. I thought that was a great fight coming in. Jermell Charlo versus Erickson Lubin, I thought it was a great fight. But Jermell Charlo took him out in one round. But I didn't think it was going to be like that. Beat Tony Harrison. Who else he beat? Jason Rosario that beat J-Rock. J-Rock that beat Jerry Hurt. A lot of people felt that he beat Tony Harrison the first fight. And the way that he beat him the second fight just told you how good Jermell Charlo is. So I don't even understand why he's not on people's pound for pound list. I don't understand. But he's been on my pound for pound list. And Jermell Charlo has done it. What I like about Jermell Charlo has has carved his own lane. What I love about Jermell Charlo is not calling no for legacy. He's not calling the Manny Pacquiaos of the world to piggyback off. He's not calling Canelo Alvarez to piggyback off his career. He's calling his own lane, his own legacy. That's what I like about Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is setting his tone. Jermell Charlo is creating his own superstardom without piggybacking of others. And this is something he's doing the blue collar way. He's doing it the hard way. Pause. He is doing it the proper way. So why the boxing world is not climbing over this guy? Why he's not getting the props that he deserves? Why they not pushing this fight the way it deserves? Because an historic fight with an historic accomplishment. What is happening to the sport of boxing that they just don't want to give props to these type of caliber of fights? This is an undisputed year, ladies and gentlemen. There's people that was arguing that they didn't want to see the undisputed of the heavyweight division. What the hell is happening to the boxing fans that y'all rather see a trilogy than a undisputed heavyweight bout? What is it about the sport industry? I mean, do they got to pay ESPN to talk about this? Really? Come on. You're supposed to be the leading, the network, the leading sport network. Y'all rather promote a lie than promote the historic truth. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios. 3-division world champion. I'd rather promote the lie than promote this historic truth that Jermell Charlo going to become undisputed of the world. With this win, he would very well be Alexander Usyk and Terence Crawford is moving down on my list. It's moving down. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta move down because other people's doing their thing. It's not that I'm taking away from others, but I gotta. They moving up, bro. Some people want to ask me why do I have Teofimo Lopez on top 5? Because it's only a few people that has beaten another pound for pound fighter. Remember, Lomachenko was on the pound, was top 3, regarded 1, 2, 3. You could flip it around. So on the list, I have to reward a guy that is beating a pound for pound fighter. See, Canelo Alvarez beat a pound for pound fighter when he faced Triple G. There is not a lot of guys on the pound for pound list that is beating pound for pound fighters. So it's Teofimo Lopez beat for the belts, and then, but he beat a Lomachenko that was a pound for pound list top 3. A lot of people regard him as 1. You outbox the Matrix, you're going up there. Carlos Mendoza, I respect that, bro. Crawford falling down on my pound for pound list. He's going to fall down on my pound for pound list. Alexander Usyk, he's going to be facing Anthony Joshua, so it's hard to move him down on a pound for pound list because he is fighting Anthony Joshua. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like I was about to move him, but when they did that fight, you got to just keep him there. I did the same thing with Jose Ramirez. Matter of fact, I didn't even have Estrada on the top 10. A lot of people was like, yo, Punch, you ain't got Estrada. I was like, hold on, because Jose Ramirez is fighting for undisputed bout. I have both Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez lost. Slipped in Estrada. There's some people that got Chocolatito. Yo, Punch, you don't got Chocolatito. Yay, Chocolatito's probably 11th or something like that on my list. Some people be like, yo, why you don't still got Lomachenko on it? You know why I don't got Lomachenko on the pound for pound list, even though he was, because a lot of people wanna justify, but only if you a pound for pound and then you lose once and then you out the list. No, because in reality, Teofimo Lopez wasn't a pound for pound fighter. So Lomachenko lost to a guy that was not on the pound for pound list. So I can't have him. On the list. Teofimo Lopez beat a guy that was on the pound for pound list. That's the difference. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate you, my brother from Alabama. Michael from Alabama. Good looking out, bro. So I want to know, I think the boxing fans contradict itself. And I'm talking about the boxing fans because I feel like in the YTBC, we're the hardcore boxing fans. We're the one that keep this alive. We're the one that talk about boxing 24/7. But we still not on the same. We're not on the same page. Why aren't we on the same page? If we call ourselves hardcore boxing fans and we're just a small community, we should think alike in some things. Everybody's all acrobatic. Everybody has a way different pound for pound. Everybody has a different way of whatever. What is it? And then people want to people want to blame it on casuals. Casuals don't come to the sport of boxing. You know who was casuals? Casuals was in Atlanta. What's sad about it, and this is not throwing no shades, it's just throwing shades at how you pronounce a win, and to say that Gervonta Tank Davis won a 3-division world champion, and now he's on the same breath as Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and Oscar De La Hoya, actually was a slap in the face to their legacy. The sad part about it is Floyd Mayweather was right next to Gervonta Tank Davis, and he was hearing that shit from Jim Gray. I would have been. That was the time when Floyd Mayweather should have took the mic. That was the time when Floyd Mayweather, you talk shit about what is it? What's the guy's name? The old guy that he used to go at it with. Letterman? Was it Letterman? You don't give me a fair shake. You don't give me a fair shake. Here go Jim Gray lying in front of your face. He's pumping Gervonta Tank Davis, but what he's doing is downplaying your own legacy in front of your face. And you ain't gonna do shit. Really?
Nigga, you act like a little bitch right now.
So you should have said,
Man, both of y'all shut the fuck up.
No, that's my soundbite when there's a debate on the panel and y'all ain't making no sense. That's when they make it. That's y'all on panel, y'all debating. That's when y'all make it. Y'all gonna get this.
Man, both of y'all shut the fuck up.
Blow his head off in front of your face, you ain't gonna do shit.
How I felt on that. That's how I felt. With the Deontay Wilder and the Tyson Fury press conference. To be honest, if I was on Wilder's camp and I'm looking on, I'll be like,
Blow his head off in front of your face, you ain't gonna do shit.
Ralph, yeah, Larry Merchant. Jim Gray saying that now Gervonta Tank Davis is a 3-division world champion, and in the same breath and the same level, whatever he said, with Floyd Mayweather Jr., Oscar De La Hoya, and Manny Pacquiao. And Floyd Mayweather, you stood there and listened to that shit. You ain't saying nothing. That was the time that you were supposed to take the mic away, just like you took the mic away from Gervonta Tank Davis a fight ago. And if Errol Spence does move, if he beats Manny Pacquiao and moves to the 154-pound division, I would like to see Jermell Charlo, Errol Spence. And this is what I like about Jermell Charlo too. That he ain't trying to play the fight the Latino and black fighters so then they could build a big fight. Nah, Jermell Charlo fought Hatley, Jermell Charlo fought Harrison. Jermell Charlo fought with whoever I need to fight to build my legacy. That's what I like about Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is your definition of a world champion. He don't give a damn about race. He don't give a damn about color. It's about world champion. He's a world champion. And I think that a lot of people mistake or people don't understand when they're a world champion, you're a champion of the world. You a champion of the world. Some people think small. They think that they're just a champion to their city, champion to their borough, champion to their county, champion to the race that you identify with. You a champion of the world. In Japan, they say champion is Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo, champion. The champion of the world. Why are you shrinking your legacy, your position like that? I'm a champion of New York. Nah, man, I'm a champion of the world. This belt I got, I'm a champion of the mother effing world. I'm going to Taiwan. Taiwan champion. Go to Africa. Jermell Charlo is champion. He's champion. Jermell Charlo, WBC, he's champion. Jamaica, but Bonbok like he's a champion, man. You Bante boy or you haters. And I think that Jermell Charlo understands that. I wish other fighters understood that. That you just not fighting, you fighting for you the champion of the world, man. Shit, Jake Paul gets a push more than this in boxing. What is going on in the sport of boxing? And this is why, little by little, we got to come with this conclusion that belts don't mean shit. But if we say belts don't mean shit, we saying the fighter that have earned those belts don't mean shit, and that's weak. We got to preserve boxing. We got to preserve the legacy. We got to preserve the little morals that boxing got left. That's our job. Somebody won't be like, yo, what punch? Ain't nobody paying for me for that shit. That's our job. We're supposed to hold these guys in regards, not push guys that haven't earned the type of itch that these guys have earned. Punch, dímelo, mi hermano, the Comedy Central. Last night, show was lit. The Ace Ventura routine was little bro. Yo, and I'm going to need a receipt from you for taxes next year for the charitable donation. Hey, espera. Look at right there. Punch cooking, 247. What's up, my people? What's good, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge? Everybody subscribe to Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. Them, half people here are just haters. Hit the like button and show support. Yeah, man, hit the like button. Get them likes up. Black and brown. What's good? Jermell Charlo is the guy that feeds his way of approaching. Yo, I don't even know how to say it, man. Jermell Charlo is doing everything the real hardcore boxing fans want each and every fighter to do. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez did what we wanted each fighter to do. Teofimo Lopez Lomachenko did what each hardcore fans wanted them to do. Even the women are doing their thing. Even Katie Taylor doing her thing. Clarissa Shields, back-to-back, 2-division undisputed world champion. Even they are putting in the work. And then the women that don't even get the support in boxing, they gotta make ends meet to go to the MMA. Shit, they tougher than a lot of motherfuckers. I'm not speaking of, oh, you just trying to be there, trying to get brownie points from the ladies. Nah. You got your you got your top 3 pound for pound women leaving boxing. 7-division world champion Amanda Serrano. She's in the Guinness books. 7-division world champion, the Manny Pacquiao of boxing. You got Clarissa Shields that just earned a 2-division back to back, undisputed, and these ladies have to go to the MMA because the boxing world do not respect them. That is sad. That is sad. And now we got an undisputed bout. Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano, and it's not even getting the push that it deserves. A Jake Paul fight is getting a push more than it deserves. Even the legendary fighters, you want your respect too? You want us to keep your name alive? You got to keep these names alive too. You have a job to do. Oscar de la Hoya, even if you're Oscar de la Hoya, Sugar Ray Leonard, Lennox Lewis, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, all those people that's vocal today. Roberto Duran, Julio Cesar Chavez. You got to speak well about the guys like Jermell Charlo that's about to go for undisputed, and y'all not talking about it. Y'all don't feed boxing. That's one thing about boxing, that they don't like to give props to one another. I know it's an ego-driven sport. Everybody got to everybody looking out after their own legacy. Wishing that this other dude don't pass you. Winky Wright, where are you, man? Where are you, Winky Wright? We need you to promote this fight too. That's the problem. That's the problem in boxing. Now, there might be people that are going to be like, yo, but he signed with PBC and they're not signed with a promotional company, so they got to invest in their own promotion. That's another thing. Sometimes, I understand the money is good, but sometimes you need to build that type of stardom. You need to be in a promotional company to build yourself. But look at Bud Crawford himself. Bud Crawford with ESPN. Bud Crawford with Top Rank. Probably the most prestige, historically the best promotional company ever in boxing. And he can't even pass 200K pay-per-view buys. Yeah, but the fighters who deserve the most props are Canelo, AJ, Manny Pacquiao for being a sport punch. Yeah, they get their props. They get their props. But Jermell Charlo should get his props. Teofimo Lopez should get his props. Lomachenko still should get his props. High, low, dímelo, mi hermano. Mr. Moonshine has to be great, baby. Yes, sir. Transcendent Sports Channel, the building. Boxing is complicated sport. Sometimes it gives amazing fights, but sometimes gives us fans hell. I know. The thing with boxing is it gives us that I keep you there fight. I let me keep you there fight. I'm going to give you the good enough fight. It's not the fight, but I'm going to give you something for you to stay. Don't worry, it's like a relationship. When you fucking up and you give them a potential. You give them some type of way that I'm showing you I got potential. All right, things are going to get better. I'll stay with you. But for real, you need to spend more time with me. Spend time with me. Charlo's resume is weak. You see? That's what I mean. Charlo's resume, now he's weak. Now they say he's weak. That's the problem, folks. That's the problem. That we got fans like that he's going into the historic event. He's fighting top 5 level 154 fighters, and they say he has a weak resume. I understand that the 154-pound division is not luxurious as other divisions, but they're fighting each other, and this is why you see them win and lose. And it's sad when, and look, you know what I like about the 154-pound division? They're not over-marinating fights. They're not over-marinating fights. They're not over-marinating rematches. Jason Rosario beats J-Rock. Jason Rosario's fight Jermell Charlo. Castano fights Teixeira. Brian Castano fights Jermell Charlo. It's not even, they're not waiting. They're not like, yo, we're going to wait on it. We're going to wait on it. The Charlo heard it was a little thing that it should have happened. But these guys is not over-marinating fights. They're not over-marinating fights. They're not fucking Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather waiting 6 years to fight one another. And then they give us the type of performance that we got. These guys are doing boom, boom, I'm fight you. I want to be great. I want those belts. Let me fight you. I fight him. And these are fights that is not mandatory. These are not fights that they have to fight right now. They could have done the same thing and let me build my name, let me build my profile, let me build my brand. It was easy, especially right now. It's easy to do that. But we give more props to other people, or we share light on other people that ain't even trying to do it. We giving, we are dying. David Benavidez, Jermell Charlo. Yeah, it's a good fight. Yeah, it's a good fight. But I got a fight right here that is an historic fight. This is an historic fight right here, Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. That's an historic fight. I should be very, very happy that we get in this fight. Charlo should fight Benavidez to win a Canelo ticket. Nah, man. See, I don't think it. See, that's the difference. See, now that's the difference. This is why I like Jermell Charlo. Because, see, let's say for you saying, and I know you're talking about Jermell Charlo. You say Jermell Charlo should fight Benavidez to win a Canelo ticket. See, that's what I like about Jermell Charlo, because he's not doing shit to win a ticket for Canelo. He's doing shit for his legacy, for my legacy that I created. I do not let the Canelo dictate my legacy. And that's what getting the habit. The fighters are getting the habit. These 160-pounder who is abandoning their position, their status. They don't want to unify because they want to hold their O. They want to hold their position in case Canelo picks me to fight. Please, Canelo. Please. Can I be next? Please, can I be next? Hey, you got to fight Demetrius Andre. No. Usted está loco. No. Canelo. And when Canelo say no, I say yes. When he say no, I say yes. Nah, that Canelo ticket. Canelo's at 168. Canelo Alvarez could retire right now. And what happened? You know what? I want Canelo Alvarez probably after this fight when I believe that when he fights Caleb Plant and beats Caleb Plant. I want him to retire for like Floyd Mayweather did. I want to see what these guys are going to do. I want Canelo Alvarez. I want Canelo Alvarez. I want to see what will happen. I want Canelo Alvarez, if he gets Caleb Plant this September, to retire. Just say, I'm going to retire, right? And I want to know what these other guys are going to do. I want to know Triple G be like, all right, I'll fight Charlo or Demetrius Andre. Just pass it along. David Benavidez going to be like, I ain't going to shrink all the way to 160. Fuck it. Let me just stay at 168 and let me get these belts. I want to know how they will move. Isn't that interesting? I would love to know how would they move. How would these guys move if Canelo Alvarez is not there anymore? Would Charlo and Demetrius Andre finally fight each other? Would Triple G will fight one of these two guys? Would David Benavidez fight Caleb Plant and all that stuff? The fights that we wanted to see in 160 and 168? This is why I like Jermell Charlo. Because Jermell Charlo ain't worrying about nobody else to build this legacy. He is carving his own legacy. So when you look at Jermell Charlo and you look at undisputed Jermell Charlo, you're looking at it like, yo, he ain't call out no legendary fighter. He ain't piggyback off nobody. Whatever star power, whether it's little, whether it's a lot, whatever star power Jermell Charlo got, he did it for himself. He didn't need nobody. He worked his ass off. Blue collar way. He ain't piggyback off nobody. That's what I like. It's different. See, let's say Earl Spence. Earl Spence is he's a star in boxing. But he would become, if he beats Manny Pacquiao, he becomes an international superstar, I believe. But he needed to be Manny Pacquiao to do it. He needed to be Manny Pacquiao to do it, who's already an international superstar. Could Jermell Charlo be that without a legendary fighter? He's trying to be the legendary fighter himself. But Punch, sometimes fans overlook legacy. Look at Bud. He was undisputed at 140 and barely get credit. No. I think this. I think he is carving his own path. Yes, Louis. Yes. And that's what I love about Jermell Charlo. I'm a Jermell Charlo. Every day I become a Jermell. Every day, me becoming a fan of Jermell Charlo even more and more and more. Because he's just doing something that a lot of people's not wanting to do. When people be like, yo, you always talking about Canelo, you always talking about Teofimo, because they doing what we want them to do. I'm a fanboy of boxers that challenge themselves. And you could tell by the way they move that they want legacy. Because legacy, in the end of the day, reigns supreme. Legacy reigns supreme. I'm always going to believe in it. I'm always going to say that. And even when a guy like Lomachenko loses, at least he goes fights Nakatani. He didn't fight no rank number 50. Let me get back to the groove of things. He fought a guy that arguably was top 5 lightweight when he fought him. But Punch, sometimes fans overlook. I think when it comes to Bud, I don't think that they overlook his undisputed status. I don't think they overlook that Bud Crawford is a 3-division world champion. I think with the frustration with Bud Crawford is the level of his competition. That's what I believe. I don't think that people don't give him credit for undisputed. Of course, you should have seen that night. Of course, people gave credit to Bud. I think, but over time, come on, when he won the undisputed was 2017. We're 4 years later. So we're looking at what have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. What have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah. That's what's happening. That's what's happening to Bud Crawford. And it's not that, let's say on my pound for pound list, when I do put him down, it's not because Bud Crawford is not a 3-division world champion, undisputed at 140, reigning WBO champion. It's because other people are doing their thing. Other people doing their thing. So we gotta put him up. We just can't keep Alexander Usyk and Teofimo and I mean Bud Crawford there. Like top 3 for how long? When other guys are actually elevating their competition, other guys is attaining something. And if you notice, the people on my pound for pound list is undisputed quality. Gracias, mi hermano. Hello, Mr. Moonshine, the keeper of objectivity in boxing. Gracias, señor. De lo mío. I knew you couldn't stay serious for more than 5 minutes. Rich. Good looking out. Hello. Of course, this Saturday we got Jojo Diaz versus Javier Fortuna, el dominicano, el mofongo, el platanero, Manguco los 3 golpes. Who likes to eat Manguco los 3 golpes? ¿Ustedes saben lo que es eso? Hey, you like Manguco los 3 golpes? Do you know what's Manguco los 3 golpes? Punch Drunk, how is Bud's fault that the other don't want to fight him? I don't think that it's other people's fault. Because this why. I don't think that, okay, it might not be Bud Crawford's fault, but it's not their fault either. Did Sean Porter want to fight? Was they in talks? They was in talks. Kenny Porter was in talks with Bob Arum. It ain't come to fruition, right? Keith Thurman sent 2 contracts to negotiate. 2 contracts to negotiate. Nothing. I don't believe that Earl Spence have approach or Al Heyman approach Top Rank for Earl Spence. I think that was just all talk. They never spoke. Not that I know of. Why don't they just fight? I think in my opinion, Bud Crawford should just fight Keith Thurman. Bud Crawford, in my opinion, should fight Keith Thurman. Like I did in the video. I did a video earlier, later last week. or earlier this week when I said that Earl Spence usually follow on the footsteps of Keith Thurman. Yeah, and Keith Thurman have sent an offer to them too. They have sent offers. Shout out to Yordenis Ugas. Diablo, te quitaron la correa a usted. You see? I messaged, yo, I don't think I ever put the message. I had a message for Yordenis Ugas on Twitter. And I'm going to say it here, and I'm going to say what I said on Twitter. Mi hermano Yordenis Ugas. I understand that Al Heyman has done wonders for you. I could tell. I understand you get paid well. Por a ti, the legacy, no te tienen respeto a usted. WBA, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real. Te cogieron de pendejo a usted. Yo te digo, tú tienes que hablar también. Habla. You know, it's one thing, man. You could be humble for so long, but sometimes you gotta speak up, man. You Dennis, you gotta speak up, bro. You was in position to fight Earl Spence after you fought. Well, after you fought the title, the final eliminator in the IBF when you beat Jerome. What was it, James? No, Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson. They moved you over. They came over with Carlos Ocampo out of nowhere. Tú sabes que ese tipo vino de whatever. I don't even know. I don't even know what's a Carlos Ocampo today. It was supposed to be Earl Spence versus Ugas. Couple of titles eliminated, final eliminated todavía. They say, yo, let me move you to the WBC. Let Earl Spence get this homecoming fight in Dallas and let him fight Carlos Ocampo. You already know how the politics work in the sport of boxing. Yeah, you got your fight with Sean Porter, in which a lot of people felt. A lot of people felt that Ugas beat Sean Porter. It could have been a draw. It could have gone either way. That knockdown, they didn't give it to Yordenis Ugas. And I think that they should have called it a knockdown. Let's be honest. I don't think that Yordenis Ugas went there and took the title away from him, but arguably, you could say he won. There was a lot of people that felt that Ugas won that fight also. There's people that felt that Porter won. There's a lot of people that felt that Ugas won. A lot of people felt it could have been a draw. Pero todavía con la sonrisa, humble. You got elevated as Super WBA. Ahora yo no sé what they're going to put you regular WBA and then devalue everybody else. For five, what was it? Let me see. In January, you got elevated. So in January. So you've been Super WBA champion for ¿cuántos meses? It's going to be 8 months y ya te quitaron la correa a usted. Y tú no vas a decir nada. No, Ugas te está cogiendo de pendejo. Usted ya. They herbing you, bro. They herbing you, Dennis Ugas. I'm going to keep it real. If y'all disagree with me, let me know. In my opinion, they herbing you, Dennis Ugas. But you, Dennis Ugas is a humble dude. He don't say nothing. He always got his, he got the clean white teeth. Every time he fights, his chick get a new body part and whatever. He's probably happy. Oh, hey, man, hey, let me get a fight, que le tengo que comprar la otra, tú sabes, se tiene que comprar la otra, tú sabes, necesito esa pelea. Yordenis, ¿cuándo tú vas a pelear? Porque tú sabes, el culo mío no se tiene que estar hinchado. No, shout out. Hey, it's all jokes, right? Shit, man. Es para río, Yordenis Ugas, yo tengo respeto a usted. Hello, Mr. Moonshine, el ojo, el sazón, el borracho. Dímelo, hello. Gracias, mi hermano. All right? I just noticed that every time Danny Ugas fights, and after his fights, his lady got a new body, a new body part or something like that. But hey, respeto, hey, respect here. A little jokey joke, just a little jokey joke, man. You have better chance of Wilder being Fury than England winning the Euros. Punch. What's next for I'm Dreaming Haney? Yo, yeah, smash the like button. Yo, okay. I did a video with about Devin Haney and about his quote unquote free agency. I do truly believe that a boss is not a free agent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at it. He's come to the sport of boxing, being a promoter. He was never signed under a promotional company. He was always partnering up with somebody. So for somebody to be like, he's a free agent, he was never a free agent. He was never that coming into the sport of boxing. They've been independent ever since day one. So to be he's a free agent, oh, he's now with Eddie Hearn. Nah. The thing is, this is what I have a problem with. Is when they say, oh, he's not signed to Eddie Hearn no more. People are still, no, he's not signed. He was never signed to Eddie Hearn. He was partners with Eddie Hearn. So for me, in some way, that's trying to son him. You're not trying to respect that I am a boss and I partner up with Eddie Hearn. I was never signed under Eddie Hearn. So, okay, we're not partners no more. He's a free agent. No. I was never signed under. It's like, just put yourself in a position. I was never signed under you. You know? Okay, I'm going to give you a prime example. When Jay-Z and Damian Dash and Biggs, when they all broke up, did they call Jay-Z a free agent? No. He owned Rockefeller with the other guys. There was partners, business partners, right? He's with Top. That became the president of Def Jam. Nobody called Jay-Z a free agent. He's a free agent rapper. Nah. The same thing with Devin Haney. He owns his own promotional company. He partnered up with Matchroom Boxing. He partnered up. So I felt like, he's not a free agent. He's a boss. And whoever Devin Haney is going to deal with is a promotional company that's willing to become partners with Devin Haney. Now, even when I said that, people were like, oh, why you sticking for Devin Haney? It's not. I'm just speaking truth. I think, you know what it is? I think, you know what it is in this community as well, that a lot of people love to hear people bash other people. You feel me? I think that people love to hear, and let's say if it's me or another content creator, people are excited to hear the bash. They hate to hear, and they feel like it's boring to hear the uplift. If this was a content of me bashing Jermell Charlo, or me creating a content of Jermell Charlo versus Deontay Wilder and making it big, it will probably have more views because people love chaos. You know, when you watching something and you could be minding your own business and somebody is doing something and somebody's about to fight, your eyes are stuck to that. But when somebody's doing a great thing, is doing a humanitarian thing, and is passing out bugs for free, you're not like this. You ain't staying stuck like this. Like, wow, they doing beautiful things out there for the community. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Then you like this, and then you take your video camera off. You never take your video camera on and see like, wow, this person is doing a beautiful thing for the community. Look at how she's doing the voluntary work. Look how he's doing the voluntary work. Look how he's feeding the community. Wow, look at the food drive. Nah, people love chaos. People love drama. People love to hear people talk shit about one another. This is why when reality shows kicked in cable television, they just like, yo, create a chaos. Just fight. It's going to bring ratings. Just fight. Curse out each other. Act like a lunatic. You don't understand how they want us to picture ourselves? Look at Love and Hip Hop. This is what you're gonna see. You always gonna see a chick with a cup, and they talking, and then she throws the cup, the drink at the other bitch, and then they all fighting, creating a chaos. The dudes is acting like beta males. Black ink, always a chaos. Every reality show, always a chaos. Housewives, always a chaos. Because people just want to be tuned into chaos, into drama. But when it's somebody doing something great, they don't want to tune into that. Bosses are liquid money. Don't need a muscle. Nino Brown a boss. Tony a boss. Aaron a boss. Hearn a boss. I say Haney a boss too. Just like Teofimo Lopez, he got takeover promotion. He's a boss of takeover promotions. It don't matter how little it is. It don't matter how little your company is. You a damn boss. If I own a maintenance company and it's just me cleaning, then guess what? I'm a boss. If you own a patelito stand, if you own a piragua stand, coco, cherry, mango, coco, cherry, mango, giling, 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 coco, cherry, mango, giling, 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 giling. He's a boss too. Now you might not respect the dude, but he's a boss too. Giling, 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 coco, cherry, mango. Yo soy jefe. ¿Qué tú estás haciendo? Yo soy jefe here. Soy Coco Cherry Mango. ¿Tú quieres Coco Cherry Mango? Vete de aquí. Fuck you. Halal food. Or it might be just a little halal truck. But guess what? He's a boss of his halal truck. Okay? So Devin Haney is a boss as well. Why everybody else could be a boss but not him? Why Floyd Mayweather could be a boss when he got Mayweather promotion? Why Oscar De La Hoya could be a boss when he got Golden Boy promotion? But when it comes to Devin Haney, with Devin Haney promotion, it's he ain't no boss. He ain't this shit. He's under Devin Haney. I mean, he's under Eddie Hearn. He can't do shit. This is what it is. Why? We should congratulate. And this is why I say that fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. Because fathers like Bill Haney, molding his son to be a multi-millionaire, built his son, and also, and this is what I said in the video. Yes, Coco Cherry Mango, he's a boss, no muscle needed. Pero él necesita, he needs that ice from somebody else, because he ain't going to do it. ¿Verdad? That's why I say fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. Because you got fathers like Bill Haney. You got fathers like T.O. You got fathers like Kenny Porter. You got fathers like, Ghost Guerrero. And you got fathers, you know what I'm saying? And some fathers know the business more than others. Some fathers know the business more than others. Some fathers are more prepared, more equipped to learn the business of boxing. You could tell that Bill Haney have mastered his way and know how to hustle his way and he knows those channels to go to so he could, what's the biggest fight in 2021, Punch? The biggest fight in 2021 is July 17th, Charlo versus Brian Castano. See, that's what we got to be on right now. Punch, did you hear about official for Wilder versus the officials? Punch, did you hear about the officials for Wilder? What do you mean by that, babe? The officials. If Haney really wants that smoke with T.O., he should sign with Top Rank, but he don't really want Lomachenko is also right. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say if Haney really wants that smoke with T.O., so I said that before. And I said on the video, nah. If Bob Arum wants to partner up with DHP, just like TakeOver now reconstructed their contract, so now it's Top Rank and TakeOver Promotions, I think that's fair. Is Top Rank willing to partner up with DHP to make that fight? That gotta be, you feel me, the GOAT? That has to be the approach. We don't want nobody to downplay nobody. I wouldn't be like, yo, if the GOAT, if you're a boss, and I'm like, that's why you think it was strange. It was strange for I remember in music, who was strange that they signed to a company. I'm like, yo, but you had your own record label. You had this. Why you signing under somebody now after everything? That's like you becoming a boss and then you becoming a worker. You feel me? It's hard for me. I don't know. That's just my mindset. It's hard for me to see that. It's hard for me to look at a boss and then after that you become a worker. So for me, that's the way I might be wrong, but that's the way I analyze things. So if Devin Haney wants to fight with Devin Haney, if Devin Haney wants to fight Teofimo Lopez, he needs to sign to Top Rank. How about he does a partnership with Top Rank so he could get that fight? To me, that makes more sense because you walked in as a boss. So now if you signing and then it's like it's almost like you slaving your way. You slaving your way to get a fight with Tio. That's the way I see it. That's like you getting paid $25 an hour and then you go down to getting paid $10 an hour. Exactly. Why would anybody? Oh, just because? Nah. I mean, it's still business. I don't gotta like it. You don't gotta like it. We don't gotta like a lot of the business decisions that these guys make. But at the end of the day, you're not feeding their family. It's like Bud Crawford. Yo, I've said it before. Yo, if you wanted to fight with the top welterweights, he should be signing with PBC. But at the end of the day, Bud Crawford guaranteed purse is $4.4 million. Nobody in PBC in the welterweight division guaranteed purse is $4 million. Other than Manny Pacquiao, I'm not talking about Manny Pacquiao. He's not a PBC guy. You know, Manny Pacquiao already had a Samantha legacy and things of that nature. I'm talking about the Earl Spence, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. Bud Crawford's guaranteed purses more than all those guys. So when somebody be like, yo, he should have signed to these guys so he could get this fight. So Bud Crawford got 7 kids. I think 6 or 7 kids. His family needs to be straight. And he did the things that he needed to do for him to become that guy also. He is a 3-division world champion who was an undisputed 140. These guys haven't attained that. Keith Thurman haven't attained that. Earl Spence have not attained that, have not earned that. Danny Swift Garcia have not earned that. So now I have to take my pay cut to get these fights when these guys ain't even getting the guaranteed purse that I'm getting. It's just unfortunate that most of the top welterweights is on that side. And they don't have to come out that bubble because they could build their legacy within themselves. I understand that. This is why I said that Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence is never going to happen. I've been saying it for almost 3 years. I've been saying Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence would never happen. Pancho, take it away.
Anyway, Dennis told me, Dennis let us know. Said it never needs me, had him at it bone. What do you mean? Screaming when I'm low. Dennis started showing when it feet.
Pancho, cántale a esa gente. Watch, I'm going to show y'all when I said this. Hold on. Okay, let me put it right here. Okay. Let me see when I posted this one. Earl Spence versus Bud Crawford would never happen. Would never fight like Ward versus Triple G. Look at when I posted this. September 10th, 2019. Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford would never fight like Ward versus Triple G. Does not make business sense. September 10th, 2019. Been saying it for nearly 3 years. This fight is never going to happen. And for 3 years, almost 3 years, I've been right. Because as much as fans, see, when I started when I started my channel, I really needed to get the business of boxing down packed before I really start talking about the business of boxing. And to be honest, you're never going to understand the business of boxing because the business of boxing is actually a secret society. Punch is the reason the fight isn't happening. How can you ever be like the greats if you don't face each other? 3 years, folks. I've been saying it for almost 3 years. This is my proof right here, son. Check it out. Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford would never fight like Ward versus Triple G. September 10th, 2019. It's a big club and we're not in it. It's actually a little club. What's good, B? It's actually a little club and we're not in it. It's a secret society, bro. And I'll tell you like this: if people knew the half of the business of boxing, I truly think that people, if you know just certain things of the business of boxing, I truly think that people would not care. People will recognize whatever they want to recognize. People will be okay with the Jake Pauls of the world. People will be okay with Gervonta Tank Davis and Mario Barrios. I understand. See, the thing is, I understand certain things in boxing. I don't like it. Because I feel like it's like a chick. Like I said, we all chicks in boxing. Like the chick that always get treated bad, right? And right, we're like that. We're like the boxing fans are like those chicks that tolerate the bullshit and think that it's gonna get better. I love boxing. I love the art of boxing. I love certain things about the sport of boxing. There's beautiful things about the sport of boxing. Then there's ugly things about the sport of boxing. And the more I'm gonna tell you like this, the more that we don't fight like this and make it as the biggest fights in boxing, the Charlo versus Brian Castano, if we let a bunch of people hate on guys like Teofimo Lopez, guys like Canelo Alvarez, guys like that, guys like Anthony Joshua, even guys like Tyson Fury, even guys like Deontay Wilder that defended his title 10 times. Guys like Errol Spence, guys like Bud Crawford, if we go and say that a lot of these guys never accomplished anything, that these guys haven't fought nobody, guess what they're going to do? They're going to say fuck you to the fans and fuck everybody else. I try to do this for legacy, but y'all hating on me. I'm trying to do the best for boxing, but y'all hating on me. Y'all not giving me my respect, my overwhelming respect. My at least, if I got 20% haters, 80% got to show me my respect. I hear the dumbest shit in boxing. Oh my God, if this guy, yo, so you telling me you beat the man to become the man, like I say at Teofimo Lopez. Oh, he's ducking Haney. What the fuck? He's not ducking no Devin Haney. He just beat Lomachenko. Canelo ain't ducking this person. He's about to become undisputed 4th division world champion. That means he has beaten champions. Look at his resume. He's a walking Hall of Famer. There are just certain fighters that just can't get. They're not supposed to be hated. No way, no how. No pressure. I remember 3 weeks after they were like, "Yo, Teofimo Lopez got to fight Devin Haney." 3 weeks after his fight with Lomachenko, and the dude has surgery. Oh, he's ducking. Ducking what? Ducking what? Canelo Alvarez, oh, he needs to fight Charlo. No, he needs to fight. Dude, he's about to fight. He fought 3 times in the span of 5 or 6 months. He unified the titles within those. He fought Yeardrum. He fought Smith. He fought Billy Joe Saunders. He's 4th division world champion. He fought Sergey Kovalev 175. He's a walking motherfucking Hall of Famer. Shut the fuck up. Cash cow. Anthony Joshua. Great for this era. Heavyweight resume. He lost to Anthony Ruiz. He avenged his loss. Deontay Wilder. He hasn't fought nobody. He hasn't fought nobody. If you understand that this guy just started fighting in the gym at the age of 21, knocking every man alive. Tyson Fury is boring. He beat Klitschko, but it's boring. But the Deontay Wilder is a highlight reel. But he can't box and he can't fight. What the fuck do you want? What do you want, boxing fans? What do you want? You say that Floyd Mayweather was boring. You say he pick and choose. Now you got Jermell Charlo. He's not picking and choosing. You got Teofimo Lopez. He's not picking and choosing. But y'all motherfuckers are still tight. You say Tyson Fury was boring. He was boring. 6'9". He got no power. Here comes Deontay Wilder knocking every fucking man he's faced. Knock down or knock out every man he's faced. But then you got pugilists of the game, opinionated like a Teddy Atlas, say he can't fight. You got a lot of motherfuckers saying he can't box. If a motherfucker is knocking you out with the 1-2 punch, the fucking first combination you learn in boxing school, and he's knocking dudes out with the 1-2, all he got is a right hand. No, he doesn't just got a right hand, because you need a fucking left hand to set the fucking right hand up. Learn your boxing. Or don't watch the sport. There's a lot of sport you can watch. Rugby, volleyball, tennis, NASCAR. Boxing is the most deluded. Boxing has the most delusional fans. Boxing has the most uneducated fans. You can't satisfy a boxing fan. You can't satisfy boxing. Boxing fans. Make up your fucking mind. What do you want? What do you want? Coach Anthony in the building. What's good, my brother? Everybody subscribe to Coach Anthony, the best trainer of the world, world renowned. If you want to learn boxing, go to Coach Anthony. You want to learn how to throw those 1-2 like a Deontay Wilder, go to Coach Anthony. You want some combinations. You want to know how to move to the pivot. You know defensive, the high guard, the shoulder roll, everything. Go to Coach Anthony. You can't go to a gym? Get his plan. And they got a discount right now. Go get it. Go to Coach Anthony. You want to know boxing and want to know boxing technique. But what does the boxing world? Oh, Lomachenko. Oh, he's overrated. Bud Crawford hasn't fought nobody. Oh my God, he shouldn't be on the pound for pound no more. It's everybody that's doing their thing in the sport of boxing get criticized. Guess what? You know why? Do you know why that boxing is where it is? Do you know why boxing is not growing? It's not dying, but it's not growing. You know why? Because the best of the best don't get praise. You know why the NBA moved the needle? Do you know why NBA became an international sport? Because when we see the two best and we see Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they promoted them. And they say these are the best in the world. They never devalue Magic Johnson. They never devalue Larry Bird. They never devalue Michael Jordan. They never devalue them. They hold them high. So the sports move. They're the leaders and they move with them. And guess what? The best, like Michael Jordan, he was the man. You could tell he worked the hardest. His last 3 seasons with the Bulls, he played 82 games straight. He ain't taking no rest, nothing. Canelo Alvarez don't take no rest. He's back in the gym after 1 week after fighting. He fought 3 times in the span. He's about to fight 4 times in the span of 9 months. And he's the cash cow. He's the guy that's supposed, he's got all the money. He's the guy that's supposed to be slacking. Other fighters out there be having a 3-month-old belly after they fight. Oh, but Canelo needs to fight Charlo. Canelo don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. He's a fucking walking Hall of Famer. He can retire right now. He done his thing. That's the problem with boxing. That's the problem, that we have a historic, accomplishable fight July 17th, and a lot of people ain't talking about it. A lot of people's talking about some drama. A lot of people just want to think, well, Deontay Wilder said this about Tyson Fury, and he said this. All right, change the content. Come on, talk about something else. That's the problem. You discredit and you devalue everybody that's doing something great, or the attempt of doing something great. So guess what these fighters do? You know what they turn to? They turn into the Amir Khans of the world. They say, fuck the legacy. I'm just here to get money because I ain't going to get major credit. Danny Swift Garcia, a 2-division world champion. Danny Swift Garcia was regarded as the guy that had one of the best resumes, fighting the fights that he was supposed to lose. He was supposed to lose to Lucas Matthysse. He was supposed to lose to Amir Khan. He was supposed to lose to Lamont Peterson. Matter of fact, Danny Swift Garcia has a better 140 resume than Bud Crawford. Right? Was Danny Swift Garcia ever in the pound-for-pound list? No. Matter of fact, when Danny Swift Garcia arguably had the best resume, you know what they call Danny Swift Garcia? A cherry picker. Danny Swift Garcia arguably had the best resume, and they called the man a cherry pick, and he never was a pound for pound and a 2-division world champion, never was on the pound for pound list, because these fucking boxing fans don't know shit about boxing. And the media don't know shit either. That's why boxing don't grow, because you shit on the motherfuckers that do the right shit. Guess what? And guess what? And Danny Swift Garcia still fought a Sean Porter, still fought a Earl Spence, still fought a Keith Thurman. You know why Danny Swift Garcia is moving to the 154? And some people want to justify, yo, my man, why Danny Swift Garcia is moving to 154? Because he fought everybody. That's why he's moving up. Because he fought everybody. At least he fought them. At least he fought them in their prime. When you got still fucking fighters saying, I don't know I'm fighting. Well, 40, 60%, 40%, 60, 70, 30, 80, 20, 90, 10, 50, 50. Today's interview with Jermell Charlo, he states that Canelo is #1 pound for pound again. LWC acting like Canelo don't exist in the pound for pound list, hating clowns. Yeah, Jerry, good looking out. But of course they want, but a lot of people will want Jermell Charlo. I mean, I'm sorry, they will want Canelo Alvarez to fight Jermell Charlo. It's the problem, bro. There's a problem in the sport of boxing, bro, and it's the fans. And it's not only the casual fans, because the casual fans don't even the casual fans don't come. The casual fans, pause. The casual fans don't come around like that. The casual fans just come in a fight like Gervonta Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios. We don't hold boxing down. We don't hold boxing down. And this is why our ladies, our pound for pound ladies, our pound for pound greats. I'm talking about greats. Like I said earlier, I'm talking about Clarissa Shields, Amanda Serrano, walking Hall of Famers, not just walking Hall of Famers, they're doing historic things. Amanda Serrano, 7th Division World Champion. Clarissa Shields, back-to-back undisputed. And they have to go to MMA because women boxing. If you like boxing, you like boxing, motherfuckers. If you can't see how special these girls are, you don't like boxing. Because I'm going to tell you like this. These chicks that I just mentioned, these ladies, these modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, they putting that double work. You know, when people be like, you got to work double times hard. You know what I'm saying? No, they putting it that double work in 2 different sports. They got to go to the gym, practice boxing, which is not that easy. And they got to practice MMA, which is not that easy again. And they knocking out these girls in the other MMA and coming back to boxing. Do they get respect? These girls are pound for pound, 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around. Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Shout out to Jessica McCaskill. Jessica McCaskill, Undisputed, who beat Cecilia Breakers, that had like a 10, 11 year reign. And they don't get no spotlight. Tell me, what y'all want to complain now? We got an Undisputed July 17th. You tell me what's so bad about boxing. What you complaining about right now? Huh? We ain't get the Undisputed heavyweight, but we got the second best heavyweight fight going on. What you got to complain? We got Teofimo Lopez already fought Lomachenko. What you got to complain? We got Manny Pacquiao, still a legendary fighter that's still challenging himself and actually exposing this era. He's going to be fighting Errol Spence. What you got to complain? You got the women boxing is at an all-time high. What you got to complain? You had Chocolatito Estrada, great fight that we might see we might see Chocolatito versus Estrada 3. What do you got to complain? We got Yoka that wants to fight, who wants to move up, want to challenge himself before he retires. What you got to complain? You got Nonito Donet, who just beat Obali to become the 4th division world champion, 4-time champion, going to walking Hall of Famer. Probably going to fight, win a rematch. That was a good rematch. What do you got to complain? You had the Super Series so people could have it. You wanted to see a tournament? We got Super Series. What you got to complain? What the fuck do you have to complain about boxing? There is more good right now than bad. You have Jose Ramirez versus Josh Taylor, 154 undisputed, 135 best of the best fighting, 154 the best of the best fighting, and historic fighting 147. You could say the best of the best fighting still. You want to see Jermell Charlo? You want to see Errol Spence and Bud Crawford? Yeah, but Manny Pacquiao is still one of the best because he beat Keith for Tom Thurman. What are you complaining about? So 135, 140, 154. I know we could complain about the middleweight division. There's certain things that we could be frustrated about. We feel like the middleweight division guys is abandoning their position as champion. We don't see the Undisputed with Demetrius Andrade versus Jermell Charlo. We don't see the Triple G. Triple G is getting a major pass. He's flying under the radar. Waiting for Canelo. Jermell Charlo waiting for Canelo. David Benavidez waiting for Canelo. Caleb Plant waiting for Canelo. Demetrius Andrade probably not waiting. He's calling everybody out. But it's funny. He calls people out. He goes into the ring to call out Triple G. He goes to the press conference to call out Canelo. He goes to the press conference to call out Jermell Charlo. But he's the one that people be like, yo, Demetrius Andrade ain't fighting nobody. But you see it with your own eyes. He's trying. At least he's trying it. At least he's crashing the party. Yo, I'm here. Don't y'all want a title? Don't y'all want to enhance y'all legacy? I'm here. But nah, Demetrius Andrade don't fight nobody. Demetrius Andrade is this. Boo Boo Andrade is that. So when Bud Crawford can't get a fight, you blame the promoter. There's people that blame Al Heyman. They blame Bob Arum. But when it comes to the Demetrius Andrade, nobody want to blame Eddie Hearn. Nobody want to blame Eddie Hearn. Like if he's not signed under a promotional company that's supposed to get in those type of fights. David Benavidez, we already know that he's a big guy. He has to come to the 160 to prove to this guy that I want to fight you. David Benavidez has to shrink down to 160. You already know it's hard for him to shrink down to 168. Just to get a fight. I would drain myself so I could fight you, Jermell Charlo. And I would take my vaccine as well. Boxing is great. Boxing has great momentum. Boxing right now, we have a fight every weekend. Sometimes we have multiple events. Juneteenth, we have 4 boxing events. Probably more NBA games. I ain't never seen it like this. There's some people that will still want to think like old school, like that, like a dinosaur. I liked better when it was HBO and Showtime. Why? If now with all these platforms, you can actually see these other fighters could get exposure. You got 4 different events. It was supposed to be 5. 4 different events on one day. Guess how many fighters got their exposure? Shout out to Michel Rivera, La Salsa Rivera that stole the show. If we do not give credit and we do not give praise, if we keep on devaluing the guys that's doing their thing, we're going to devalue the titles. We're going to devalue everything. Guess what these fighters going to do? They ain't going to give a shit. This is where boxing is heading. Right now, we're boxing where each division is stacked up. Before it was the heavyweight division, middleweight division, welterweight, lightweight, in between those divisions. 130, 122. I want to see Stephen Fulton versus Brandon Figueroa. I would like to see Stephen Fulton versus Aleem. Shout out to Aleem. That would be a good fight as well. Gary Russell Jr. Leo Santa Cruz called them out. Now Leo Santa Cruz want to call. I wish that when Gary Russell approached your dad, Leo Santa Cruz, you wanted to fight him. But you wanted your money with Gervonta Tank Davis and pay-per-view. Now you want Gary Russell. Now you want him. But whatever. We love that fight too. We wanted to see Tevin Farmer and Gervonta Tank Davis fight one another. They was going at it. That could have been a good build-up. I'm going to tell you like this. A Farmer versus Gervonta Tank Davis probably would have sold more than Mario Barrios. Because we know that they wanted to fight each other. We know that it was getting kind of serious there. They was building that fight. That fight should have happened. First Pete, look at that. Best of the best. Wow, true. Yes, I respect the fact that Jermell Charlo is fighting for Undisputed in a few weeks and the 154 first PBC fighter to become Undisputed. We could hold fighters accountable. Cool. There are certain things that we wish other fighters want to do. But in general, boxing is so stacked up, bro. Keyshawn Davis left he's a professional, but he said, let me get that gold to bring it to America to represent us in America. Now I have major confidence that we're gonna get the gold. Go beat Andy Cruz. Please. The women is doing great. Boxing is doing great. The evolution of guys walking into the sport of boxing and looking out for their business. That's great. Devin Haney, boss. We got other guys like Keyshawn Davis, a boss. He's not signing because he's waiting for the best option. Empowering his decisions. Teofimo Lopez just got takeover promotions. A lot of PBC fighters get their own promotional company. Sometimes we need to get our hands out these guys' pockets because you ain't putting no money in it and you don't give a damn. You're not putting ice on nobody's head. Do anybody care that Elvis Rodriguez don't got a promotional company no more because he got dropped because he lost one fight? Did y'all care what Carlos Adames got dropped because he lost one fight? What you going to do for them? What you going to do? So when people make decisions, business decisions for the best for themselves and their family, don't say shit because you ain't there. You threw them away. You throw them away quicker than the promotional company throw them away. But yo, July 17th, of course, next week, this weekend coming up, Javier Fortuna, Jojo Diaz, Ramirez, Serrano. And then you got July 17th, an historic event. I'm going to keep on preaching it. An historic event. The best, one of the best fights in 2021. Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. Let's preserve the sport of boxing. If you love boxing, preserve it. Stop talking shit all the fucking time. Stop trying to go to channels because you want the chaos. You want people to have drama. And then people be like, yo, Punch, this person said this. This person said this. You go to that channel and say, yo, but Punch said this. But Punch said this because y'all want us to beef and stuff like that so y'all could be entertained. Let me do that on my own. I don't wish no ill on nobody. All the boxing content creators, keep on doing your thing, especially the guys that spitting unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, the men and women that truly love this sport. Shout out to you all. We're brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. Y'all already know. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next tomorrow. Y'all already know it's Happy Hour Thursday. And I'm doing karaoke night, open panel, talking about boxing. If you want that smoke, free. Hey, I'm sending the link. Anybody want to smoke with Punch Drunk? Hey. You're welcome tomorrow. This is the no block free zone. All right. Peace out. God bless and on to the next.